Good morning, Facebook Live. Happy Sunday, everybody. It is, I'm not sure what time it is, 10-ish, 10:30-ish. Jamie and I were sitting out in the back garden doing some work, getting caught up on things. Not really restaurant work. We were just listening to some inspirational videos and talking and catching up. I went on a great run this morning, a 5.5-mile run. I was able to push myself. Jamie went out with a walk with some friends. My run was with friends. So we're just back here in the restaurant talking about the game plan. September is here, right? September is here. The fall is here. It's getting cooler at night. It's getting darker earlier. We're not sitting in the dining room yet. We're not seating people in the dining room yet. So we're just here talking about a couple of options and how to make people more comfortable when it is time to sit here. So I just saw my firewood guy pull in, so I'm gonna have to maybe pull away here in a couple minutes and get our firewood for the fire pit, which has been rocking and rolling. People love the fire pit out back. So I want to just take a couple of moments and talk about something that Jamie and I are really, really proud of lately, that we've been able to not only keep doing, but actually improve upon. So most of you know we're a green certified restaurant, which means that because we're certified, we get monitored. We get audited to make sure that what we say we're doing is what we're doing. A lot of restaurants will say they do green, or a lot of businesses will say they do green practices, but when it comes down to it, they're doing one or two things, especially in the restaurant industry. It's called greenwashing, where you actually say, we're a green business, but we're sort of green and not that green, and nobody really knows what we're doing, and we're doing more bad than we're doing good. So greenwashing. So we've been certified green since I think 2007. And so we've been really strictly monitored by the Green Restaurant Association for everything we do. So I was talking to the president the other day, Michael Oshman of the Green Restaurant Association. And one moment. Jay, he's here. You want to, I guess you can put it right in front of the dumpster. And we'll get it taken, just right in front of there. So Michael has had he's been the president of the Green Restaurant Association since the early 90s. Company that started out of San Diego, California, to help restaurants improve their waste, just improve operations overall. The restaurant industry, folks, is one of the most detrimental businesses out there to the environment. The food production, the way it's packaged, the way it's shipped, the way it's wasted in restaurants. Restaurants waste a lot of food, a lot of resources go into food. So restaurants are probably one of the top culprits of the environment. So anything that a restaurant can do in the right direction makes exponential differences. So we've been certified since 2007. When the pandemic hit, actually prior to the pandemic, a couple years ago, our local county here, Ulster County, banned plastic they banned styrofoam in restaurants. Then they banned plastic bags in stores. When the pandemic hit, all the agencies that enforce all of these anti-styrofoam, anti-plastic, basically said to everybody, you can do what you want. It's a pandemic. We understand. We're not going to enforce a single thing anymore, because there are fines for having styrofoam in restaurants. Some restaurants are tricky, and they have two different stacks of to-go containers. And when the inspector shows up, they're like, these are our to-go containers. They hide the styrofoam. I've known some stories of that. So they basically said, pandemic hits, Walmart, use plastic bags again. Whoever you are, use plastic bags again. Restaurants, you can use styrofoam no matter what. So something that Jamie and I are proud of, but that we're really proud of, the fact is that not only have we stayed true to our standards. This is what I was talking to Michael Oshman about, the president of the Green Restaurant Association. Not only have we stayed true to our standards, we've actually improved some of our green purchasing, green operations throughout the pandemic. So we've brought in more green items because we're doing a lot of disposables, a ton of disposables now because of all the takeout. So we've actually gone from to a biodegradable post-consumer trash bag now. So if you see our trash bags lined in our most of our trashes, they're green. So those bags are an eco-friendly trash bag, which we didn't do that for years because trash bags are super expensive when you go into the green realm of a biodegradable trash bag, like really expensive. So Jamie and I didn't think we could really afford And we said, screw it, let's just do it. We brought in these amazing Radine straws right before the pandemic that have no glues in them. One of the safest straws out there, really an amazing straw. So when I was talking to Michael, and we started dealing with a company that is a distributor that is the country's greenest food distributor, Ace Naturals. They're out of the New York metro area, and Ace Naturals is actually a certified green food wholesaler. So everything that they sell is on the approved list as well. So we made several upgrades to our green initiatives here. So that's what we're super proud of. So I'm talking to Michael. Michael had called me and recommended that the Washington Post is doing an article exactly on this. So we could appear in the Washington Post here very soon on an article on how restaurants are managing their green initiatives during the pandemic. So that's really cool. So everybody, thanks for tuning in this morning. Jamie and I really appreciate all the support, because your support helps us keep going, and of course your support helps us with our green initiatives and help with everything we do. You can go to dinegreen.com. Dinegreen.com is a great resource if you're interested in eating at a green restaurant. They have them all. There's green restaurants all over the country. We were the very first one that was green certified in upstate New York. There was a small like coffee shop that was certified first, like in the Syracuse or Rochester area. But as far as full service restaurants, we were the very first full service restaurant in upstate New York to be green certified. New York City has lots of green certified. Long Island does, but as far as upstate New York, we were the very first ones. So we're very proud of that as well. 2007, and we were doing green practices before we were actually certified. And what prompted us to be certified, because it costs like $600 a year to actually pay, because they have to have an employee actually pull our invoices from our distributors, go through, make sure, recommend items, and make sure that we're on track. So it's not something that we can just monitor ourselves and just say, hey, we're green. No, there's a whole process and a system, and then they help you. So every time we buy a new piece of equipment, we contact them, they do the research, they have a directory. For example, if we want to buy a new freezer, they're going to help us pick one of the most energy efficient freezers out there. If we want to buy trash bags, or if we want to buy a cleaning chemical or something, or non-chemical, they will help us find a distributor and find things that are the best. So they're a great resource. But if you go to dinegreen.com, you can see all the restaurants across the country that are green certified. So if you're interested in supporting other restaurants like ours, what we do across the country, no matter where you are, dinegreen.com. And you can also see there should be a link, though. There's always been a link to click on the restaurant and see the initiatives that we're doing. So we do like 54 different initiatives. So when you go to our bathrooms, you'll see low flow toilets. You turn on the water, you'll see aerators. So it's low flow aerators on the water, on the sinks. So it's not only like no chemicals, you have to use organic food. It's a whole range of things. LED light bulbs, all our light bulbs are LED. We've been buying LED light bulbs literally when you had to take a loan out to buy LED light bulbs, because that's how expensive they were when we started buying LED light bulbs. Now they're super cheap. But I remember paying an arm and a leg when we first put LED light bulbs in here. And so there's all kinds of things that you can do as a restaurant to do your part. Being conscious about supporting local, supporting organic. You have to have a certain amount of vegetarian or vegan foods on your menu, plant-based foods. So there's a whole list of all different categories. So if you go to dinegreen.com, find a restaurant, you can click their link and actually see all the initiatives that we're doing. I think we're up to like 53 or 54 initiatives, and they rate each restaurant based upon stars about how many they're doing. So that's all. Just figured Sunday morning, Jamie and I are really super proud of that, and if we get mentioned in the Washington Post, that would be awesome. For this. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We really, really appreciate the support. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Cassie. Good morning, Marjorie. Hi, Heidi. So, oops, and my phone, there it goes. My phone's starting to go erratic. If you've been on my Facebook Lives, you'll know that my phone has a mind of its own. It likes to open up apps and press the 4 when I'm on a phone call. There's something with that part of the phone that's wrong. So it keeps making that impression, but so I really can't scroll too much on my phone here, but thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. I've got lots of comments. There we go. Jamie's got the phone. So Jamie's right here. Say hi, honey.
Hello, everybody.
So beautiful day out.
It's gorgeous. We actually just got done with our run walk. Marcus ran. I walked with some friends. I did 5 miles, and you did 5.5, right?
Yep. 8 yesterday.
8 yesterday,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, picking the pace up lately.
Yeah.
Been really picking the pace up lately. So, hi, Heidi.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. You know what? I'll read it off of my phone. Hello, Ralph. Hello, Heidi. Very interesting. I never thought about all of that. I understand technology is not my friend. Hi, Joy. Hi, Cassie. Hello, Jim, who's driving across the country. Hello, Mary, Ralph, Carol. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. We really, really appreciate it. And I know Marcus talked a lot about us and our standards and where we're sticking, and we're going to stay there. So I'm trying not to, but I got to tell you what, my phones have been ringing since 11 o'clock. We take reservations day of, so...
she has to answer the phone. I'm trying to... There we go. Okay, so our lobster bakes. Good news and bad news about the lobster bake. We had to raise the price this week to $30 from $25. The good news is it's a bigger lobster. Our distributor, our lobster person, our lobster guy, has been getting us 1.5 pound lobsters, not 1.25 pounds. So it's a 1.5 pound lobster, so you're getting more lobster. They're really nice sized lobsters, and so we raised it from 25 to 30 because we couldn't make the financials work on that. But at $30, it is an amazing deal still. We're doing peel and eat shrimp, $9.99 a half pound, $17.99 a full pound. Those are flying out here like crazy. We are doing our oysters. I was shucking oysters non-stop last night, shucking oysters out front. We set up our lobster station, our lobster bake station out front. Everything's iced down. I got my burners out there, so I'm cooking right out there on the street. Everybody, make sure you're staying safe. Build your immune system. Keep building your immune system. Take your vitamins. Eat good, healthy food, and drink water, and get sunshine, and exercise, and make good decisions. We want everybody to be very healthy, and we want to be healthy as well. So that's it for now. Jamie and I I don't know what we're going to do now. I think I have to run a couple errands with my daughter, help her out at the house. So another Facebook. So we are still doing our grocery store, by the way. So our grocery store is still happening. We still have wild salmon, frozen wild salmon, calamari. We have mostly everything we used to have in stock. Eggs, our own eggs have been a little. And there my phone goes again. My phone just decided to turn around. The one thing we've been short on is our own eggs, our daughter's own eggs. I've been at the house showing you, and there the phone goes. We had a little run-in with the chickens. The neighbor complained about the chickens, and so my daughter had to get rid of a few chickens. I had to go to court about the chickens because in the town of Wawarsing, in certain areas, you're only allowed a certain amount of chickens. You're not allowed chickens based upon how much land you have. You need 3 acres, this and then that. So I ended up going to court about this because the neighbor is calling the town every day and complaining on the chickens, unfortunately. So my daughter had to get rid of a lot of chickens, and it's in limbo right now because the law isn't really written clearly of what's happening. But right now we're allowed to keep the chickens, no roosters. The neighbors even called the SPCA, and my daughter's saying that she's...
Also mentioned being closed on Tuesdays.
Yep. They also called the SPCA saying my daughter's hoarding animals, abusing animals, things like that. So an SPCA, oh, phone, come on, turn around. So an SPCA inspector's shown up, and it's like, okay, everything's legit here. My daughter works at a vet office, and that's the last thing she's doing is hoarding and abusing animals. And the SPCA guy was like, okay, yeah, you do have crazy neighbors. But we're still doing all of our grocery sales. We're starting to close on Tuesdays now. We have not closed on Tuesdays in many, many years. Jamie and I, we've just been working a lot. We have a lot of things on our plate, especially with our Italy trips that we're trying to plan still and move forward. Jamie and I have not done any of our podcasts since the pandemic hit. We want to get back on track to our podcasts and creating content. I want to get back on track with my restaurant coaching. We coach other restaurant owners. I have not added any new content to my academy in a while since the pandemic. So we started recording a lot more stuff this week, and so we're gonna take Tuesday and Wednesdays off at the restaurant here at nighttime. We might be able to do groceries on Tuesday nights. we have some coaching calls and mastermind calls that we have to be on Tuesdays now. So we decided for the time being, we'll see how long it goes, for the time being, that we're going to close on Tuesdays nights, and of course Wednesday nights we've always been closed on. So Tuesday nights will be closed as well. So sorry if that's an inconvenience for anybody. Jamie and I just have a lot of stuff we have to do and catch up on. And it's going to make it easier for our staff because our staff is going to have the same exact schedule every week. Everybody's off Tuesday, Wednesday. So the staff is really looking forward to that as well, knowing that they have the same schedule every week. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in live, drop a comment, #live. If it was on the replay, #replay. Is the wine event sold out tomorrow night?
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah, we're doing a wine tasting tomorrow night in our garden. You're at your own table. We walk around, pour wine. It is $25. You get a dish with it, and you get 4 wines. It's a great deal. It's not like an event or something. It's basically you sit at your table, your food comes out to you, socially distanced, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really cool format that we're doing that sells out every time in our back garden. So tomorrow night, if you're thinking about coming in tomorrow night and you're not part of the wine event, call first thing in the morning. We only do day of reservations. Call the first thing in the morning and make a reservation for earlier or later, probably earlier. So 647-3000 if you want to come in tomorrow. If you want to come in today, call right now, 647-3000. All right, got to go. Talk to everybody later. Have an amazing day and stay healthy.